Okay. So the kitchen's broken, we think, and like we're having like this weird thing where like the light in my room would be like really dim, and then all of a sudden it would get really bright, and then it would get really dim. And then we learned that whenever the light got dim, the internet turned off and like reset itself. And then when it got bright, the internet was on. So we had literally like timed it to where we realized we had 38 seconds of internet for 1 minute of no internet. So we would be trying to be online, like with no time. And we just didn't even know what was going on. Like we were just like, something happened with our electricity. We had an electrician come to our house. Bitch, do you know our electricity got shut the fuck off despite niggas being in charge of the bills? Like we had a conversation about the bills, had all the bill money together, but somehow our rent money disappeared and we're 2 months behind on electricity. Very strange. So our electricity was cut off, but the thing is, because of the way that it gets cut off in a house, it don't get cut off right away. It was just going, like, going, and then I was like bugging because like when we found out there was no electricity, like niggas just stopped being in the house because it was like getting like it was like increasingly colder in the house, and like there was no hot water in the shower, and like I was taking cold showers, and like I still at this point like didn't know we didn't have electricity. I just thought something was weird with our house. I was like, fuck, our house is so weird right now. Like I don't know what's happening. It's like we had lights, but like barely. It was like the light kept just like resetting. And then like there like the stove, like you could see time on the stove, but like it wouldn't get hot, and the fridge just wasn't like we lost so much fucking food when the fridge broke. um and like just so much fucking bullshit. But anyways, but once that happened, like dead ass, we did not see Giselle and Miriam. And Quasi had been dipped, you know what I mean? Quasi popped in one time and we didn't have electricity, and it was literally because like they like spilled water on their computer, and needed to fix it, so I had to come home and get like the warranty or some shit like that. And like they literally like didn't even like check in to be like, hey, like how are you doing with this situation happening? Because it's not like everybody didn't know. Like everybody knew something was happening with the house in terms of electricity, and like people were in the house, me and Jody particularly, and like literally nobody cared that like this shit was fucked up. And so me and Jody, like, I went on Facebook and I was just like, yo, I was like, I'm dead that like it's the two niggas in the house by ourselves trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with our electricity. And then we find out today from these other niggas that aren't even fucking here right now, that are somewhere else, obviously somewhere warm, obviously somewhere with internet where they can take selfies and do all their like fun little activities, and like just having a good old grand old time, like dead ass just like posting on Tumblr. And you could tell, you know how like people be like trying to suspend their time on the internet or stagger it, you feel me, trying to act like they're not active online and shit. But it's like, nigga, we know, like, just because we're beefing, don't act like you're not just doing you online, you feel me? And then like just like being silly like on Instagram, and it's like, but nigga, we don't have electricity though. And not once did nobody hit us up to be like, we got money for electricity. And literally, like that day, like one of our homies hit us up like through Facebook and was like, "Yo, how much do y'all need?" And I was like, "Honestly, we need." I didn't tell them we needed 200, but we needed 200. I told them we needed 100, but we were working on it because like I didn't want to be taking mad money from people. I was like, honestly, like whatever you can give is whatever. But like I was just like, what's going on? Because at this time my check was still fucked up with my job. Like I was still like waiting on money, so I was like, fuck, like I don't even have money right now to like do anything about this. And it felt like really I felt so helpless because it was like I have money but I don't have money, and it just like really fucked me up to be like, damn, I have money but I don't have money, and we don't have electricity. And like, and that day that we were trying to like scramble to get the money was the day that the electricity really went off, and like we had no lights. Like the lights weren't even like resetting anymore. We weren't even getting like, the water wasn't even like barely warm. Like the water was cold as ice. And me and Jody were trying to like stay out the house all day. And like then when we finally had the money, because Jody's mom like hooked us up, we like paid the bill, and then they turned it on like immediately, which was like really bomb and really interesting. How quickly you can get internet, or rather how quickly you can get fucking electricity right away. Like once you pay that fucking bill, goddamn, yeah, they just took it away, man. Oh, it was killing me. I was like crying, I was like crying like before that happened, because I was like, the fact that like I'm suffering alone with another black person in this house that's supposed to be anti-racist, in a space with like two like non-black POC and then one white passing person of color. It was just like strange to me. Like I was just like, Zam, like y'all niggas do not care about us. And the thing that fucked me up is like I'm subletting this house. You know what I mean? I'm not a full time liver of this place, but I wanted to like really be a part of this space intentionally and like really be a part of it, like for real, and like do cool stuff with people here. But also like, you know, have this place be like a place where we can go dumpstering. Like there were a lot of things I wanted to do. I didn't want to be living like off of like fast food. Like I wanted to be going grocery shopping. I wanted to be going like dumpstering though, mostly. I wanted to be like really doing mad direct actions, and like I just feel like that just didn't happen in the house, and it was just really triggering to me to be at a level in the house where like there was no electricity and niggas that were like supposed to be my homies like just dipped on me and like were somewhere else and chilling and like not really worried about anything, easy breezy, and me and Jody in this house struggling like a mug. Like it was just fucking me up. And so then whatchamacallit, exactly, like this is so fucking grime. No, it's not even like, no, look, it's not even like we are having money problems per se. People were not putting in money. Like it's not even like that. Like our rent is $100 per person, and like there were 5 people. Like actually there were like, yeah, there were 5 people. There were 5 people, so like it was really nothing. Like, and um we were all splitting bills and shit. So like it was really not that serious. But like the thing is, like Quasi was always dipping, and when Quasi got their money for they got their return for like their school money or whatever, they were blowing that shit on samurai swords and shit. And then they want to talk about how one time they bought groceries. This bitch went to Walmart and bought hella Go-Gurt and fucking waffles and fish sticks. And then Haley was like, who the fuck is into fish sticks like that? And I'm like, no shade, like it's food, but at the same time, it's like, how are you gonna go to Walmart and like not even hit nobody up and ask what would be like resourceful? Because it's not like they were planning on being in the house with the food. Like they dipped right after. You feel me? So it was just like they like tried to bring that up in the house meeting, because like I feel like they just bought that food because they knew the house meeting was coming up and they hadn't really been there. You feel me? So um so then like fucking, what the fuck? What am I trying to tell you? So then fucking like we don't got no electricity and shit, nigga. So then we get the electricity on, and then we're like fucking, then we're like rioting. Like we're listening to 2 Chainz. We're getting militant as fuck. We're getting mad as fuck because it's like, bruh, like we just like, did we really just like go through not having electricity and these niggas didn't care? Like that was just like, yo, dude, like I like when I was like when I lived at home like with my mom when I was younger, like I remember like my mom bought a house and she got laid off like the next month. It was really fucked up. I feel like I might have a generational curse, to be honest. Now that I think about it, I don't know. I'm gonna look into it. But honestly, like my mom like fucking bought a house, got laid off, and then like our fucking our electricity fucking, you know what? It's not a generational curse. You know what it is? If we want to get political, it's the legacy of poverty. If you're coming from poverty, it's mad hard to pull yourself up. That bootstrap shit is bullshit. If you coming from like a very low income like household, single parent household, I'm not saying that that automatically disqualifies you from success. I'm saying that like that bar is set, bitch. And like it might be easy for you to navigate it when you have certain privileges, and I can certainly attest to that. However, at the same time, privilege involved, there was like really like a lot of like layers to like how I got where I am and like how I'm able to survive and thrive. However, at the same time, like the legacy of poverty is real. You feel me? Like I really am like, I sometimes I find myself, because of poverty, find myself doing things for money that like I certainly don't want to do. But since my mind is on the money, I'm not really thinking about the consequences or what the fuck it is that I'm doing for money. And that doesn't necessarily mean like anything like, I don't know, illegal per se. Um but like I think at the same time, I think what I'm trying to say is like sometimes I put myself in situations that I don't want to be in just to kind of like make everything square like financially. Um and I think like that's like what poverty is, like making you compromise, you know. Unfortunately, like a lot. And like I think like compromising like kind of leads like it manifests like emotionally, physically, so much. Yeah, you know what, Tony? The thing is, like, I didn't buy a place with these people. We were subletting. Like, we were subletting a place that was already established. Like, there are two people who went cutting. They went trimming. In California. So we were subletting 2 rooms. And then the thing is, when Giselle started like dating Miriam, like Giselle was like in another was in Miriam's room most of the time. Like they were like sharing Miriam's room. So like it became like everyone had their own room. But then Quasi was dipping too, so Giselle could have been in the back room, but they just weren't. Like that room was just open. And then like sometimes we would have guests and they would sleep in that room because like that room was open. Like Giselle never like came out of Miriam's room and was like, this is my personal space. You know what I mean? Like they didn't clean it or anything. It looked really gross. And like Chula's bed, like their dog's bed was just like haphazardly in the middle of like the hallway area of the room. It was just really fucked up. Um, but I had remembered like living with my mom and having our electricity turned off. Like our water got cut too. Like our water got cut in a fucked up way. Like some like the dudes like who cut off our water. Like to cut off our water, you had to like go into our garage. These niggas broke the window, got into the garage, and turned off our water. And like my mom had made sure to lock the garage so they couldn't turn it off. And like they just broke the window and like turned it off. And so we didn't have no water. And it was like me, my 2 little brothers, and my mom. And my mom dead ass started just collecting up mad bottles, going to people's houses and filling up water. And like I just remember like having hella bottles of water all over the house just because like my mom was mad scared of like us not having no water. And like I just felt like I was in that situation again. So like it was just really fucking me up. I was just like, damn, like wow, like I didn't want to be living like that as an adult, but like I don't want to be like ageist and be like shit can't happen like in any age. But like I was like I just didn't think we was at that point where like shit was getting cut off and like niggas was just not caring. It's not even so much that the shit got cut off because like shit happens. Like niggas be neglecting the bills, I guess, whatever. Like it's not reflecting on me. Bills not in my name. I kind of don't give a fuck. However, at the same time, I don't want the lights to go off, bitch. You feel me? Like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even like, it's not, I can't even say I don't care because, like, I did care. That shit bothered the fuck out of me. And then when nobody cared but me and Jody, like, it fucked me up because it was like, damn, like, isn't it always the black bitches holding the fucking back? Like, aren't we always holding it down? Like, fuck. And I just hated that situation. Like, I just felt, like, really fucked up about it. And, like, it was just like really hurt my feelings, yo. Like that shit fucked me up. And then after that, I was like, y'all, I was just like not even cool with them no more. Like after that, they were like sneaking and popping in the house randomly. Like they would just like they wouldn't be out. They like I wouldn't see them before I went to sleep, but I would wake up for work and they would be just in the bed and I could just hear them. And then me and Jody in the morning, like before I go to work, cause I go to work at like 10:30. So like before I go to work, I try to like chill with Jody and like talk to them and like just have time and spend like have like community with them. Cause it's like they wake up early. They're a morning person now. They keep telling me. And so like we wake up I'm not a morning person, but like I like to laugh in the morning and talk and like lift my spirits before I go to work because like if I get to lift my spirits before I go to work, then work won't be too bad. You know what I mean? In terms of like if people are rude to me or like if like you know my feet start hurting, like I'll just be like damn. When I come home, I'll go to hang out with Jody, talk and laugh. So it was just like really exciting. Oh, thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. Ooh. And anime DZB girl, yes, yes. I think these people flaking on bills is them lacking empathy and lacking experience and living in poverty completely. Because I think that like because of this space being like kind of like very lax in terms of like collecting bill money and just being kind of like you know easy breezy, I think that people kind of got it twisted and like kind of like just stopped like giving a fuck. Exactly. Exactly, Tony325. Exactly. Exactly. Y'all are so sweet. I appreciate y'all. But like it was really just like fucking me up cuz like I was like, "Yo, y'all are mad evil." I was like, "Y'all are evil." Like yo like there's no way. Like like there's no way like I wish I would. Like, I wish I would be like, fuck niggas in the house I'm living with no electricity. Like, who does that shit? That's mad weird. Like, I just didn't get that shit. Like, it was fucked up to me. And so, like, after that situation happened, like, I was kind of like, fuck these niggas. Like, these niggas is mad fucked up. Like, I'm not doing it. Because it's like, it went from, like, me being, like, hanging out with Giselle, like, listening to them bitch about how Quasi's, like, a user and, like, not a good friend and, like, always asking them for shit. And then being, like, left the fuck out because, like, they would rather just, like, stay all day in the bed with Miriam. And then being turned into, like, a villain because I'm like, dude, like, you neglecting your dog. Like, you neglecting your friend, me. You neglecting, like, bills and, like, kind of, like, shit that has to go on with the house. And, like, they knew they had a car. And the thing is, like, if you have a car in a space, like, where, like, a car is a scarce necessity. Like, it's very hard to, like, have a car. Like, most of us in this house don't have cars and shit. So, like, it was like we would ask Giselle to use their car and like they would let us use their car. It was never communicated to us that like they were feeling taken advantage of. And had they said that shit, had they been like, yo, like I don't feel like I feel like I'm taken advantage of, had they made it clear to us that like, or rather told us things that we could do to like make them feel like we were not taking advantage, we would have like done something about that. But like the thing is, we would ask to use the car for like dumpstering, or like I would ask for a ride to work when I knew I was gonna be late and the bike was fucking up. Like it's not like I was like, oh, let's go cruising. You know what I mean? And I don't think I asked them that often because I had a fucking bike. You feel me? And, like I be making moves on my own two motherfucking hooves. You feel me? So I don't like to be asking bitches. Exactly, animated BZ girl. Like that's like I was fucking just so mad. They were not here for me, Queen Rivers. They were not here for me. I'm just bugging. So anyways, so then after that whole situation, fucking we had a house meeting about about what was happening in the house. And I was like, yo, I just feel like when the electricity got turned off, nobody really checked in to see how we were doing, despite the fact that y'all clearly had a space to sleep, like, and go chill for, like, long periods of time. And that's a privilege that me and Jody don't have. Like, me and Jody are living in this house. So, like, if the electricity goes out, we can't be easy breezy and just dip out and go chill and take selfies. You know what I mean? We gotta turn on the fucking lights. We gotta get the internet going. Like, I'm running a fucking business. Like, I have to have internet. Like, so it's like mad shit got fucked up, and like people was just showing their ass, and I was getting mad as fuck because I was like, yo, like I don't even know you, Miriam, and like how the fuck you gonna be trying to treat me like a fucking sideline ass fucking two piece in a biscuit ass bitch when I'm over here trying to hold it down for you, bitch? Like honestly, now all the money that I've been making is just going into the house because these niggas at the house meeting were like, we're gonna move out. Like Jeezy and like Quasi were like, we're gonna move out, and za. And then Quasi was talking about, oh, and like one time I tried to study, but you told me I was being too loud. And I'm sitting here like, bruh, the one time I seen this nigga studying, what, and this is the only time they're referring to, and it's kind of funny because this is I had to sleep in the back room because there was an overlap. Like when Jody came back early from their tour because of the racist ass shit happening, I had to sleep in a different bed. And since Quasi was always in Uptown, I didn't think they were gonna come home. So then they randomly came home one night and were like displaced, but not really. They slept in the same bed with me, and then they like woke up mad early on my fucking day off and fucking sat next to my fucking head with an anthology book and was flipping the pages mad loud. And I was like, nigga, I just looked at them. I was like, really? I was like, you're just gonna fucking sit right next to my head and just flip through a book? And they were like, I'm trying to study. And I was like, you can't go anywhere else in this house and study. Like, you gotta sit right next to my head and study, though. And this nigga got stank with me. And I just rolled over like, yo, I fucking hate this house. Like, I was mad as fuck. And like, honestly, the last time I said shit like that was when I was like fucking 15, fucking 13, when I was living with my mom. I fucking hate this house. I don't hate this house. You feel me? So I was getting mad as fuck. And then they tried to use that shit. Tony, right? Quasi be living on Sesame Street in the Cosby house in every place but the house. That's what I'm saying. This nigga be everywhere but the house, and they're gonna tell me they're moving out because like I told them one time that they were studying too loud, and I was like, honestly, to put that in context, it makes sense. My story, them saying they were studying too loud, it just sounds like out of place and out of context. And there's a lot of that shit happening too. Like people try to make me feel like the angry black lady, but it's like, bitch, I deserve to be angry. I have called you out multiple times on just fuckery, and you don't care. So now I'm just angry as fuck, like for a reason. And even if I didn't have a reason, fuck you. But I do have a reason. So it's like I just don't even know. I was just being like shamed. Like they were shaming my aggression. And I was just like getting mad. I was getting madder because I was like, bro, like I was just like, damn, like isn't this what you do when like you're trying to like get your friend to like get like come to their senses? Like, don't you fight for your friendship? And they were just mad passive. They were just like they didn't give a fuck what I was saying. I was when I said like, why didn't y'all check on people? Like I was like, I feel like that's fucked up. They're like, that's real. I was like, yo, you're a sociopath. Like you're a fucking serial killer probably. Like who the fuck doesn't care? Bitch, angel farting. Me too, yo. Me too. Yo, can I tell you, I'm not even finished with the story, bitch. Can I tell you I'm not even finished with the story? Do you want to know I'm not even finished with the motherfucking story? Yes. Yes. Yo, anime DZB girl, yes, they would stay like bringing up like little bullshit. So, anyways, so then fucking Giselle gonna sit in front of my face talking about they're moving out with Quasi, but they were still gonna pay rent for this month and help out with bills, and I'm like, word. So my thought was they were gonna at least chip in $200, like 200 for like 100 for like the rent from last month, 50 for like water, and then 50 for electricity because me and Jody fronted $200. So then tell me why the fuck these niggas is over here talking about they're gonna message Jody on Facebook talking about because of the abuse that they've sustained in the house, they will not be paying rent and or bills. And I was like, bruh, I messaged Giselle. I was like, Giselle, how does this make any sense? I'm like, what abuse? Talking about the walls are thin and they could hear us talking shit. I'm like, that's not abuse, bitch. That's resistance. We are resisting this treatment. We are talking shit about the shit we've been talking to you about. These niggas dead ass said that they are not going to give. They dead ass called us abusers. They said we were abusers. They said we were abusers though. They said we were abusers. And they said that we don't deserve their money because we are abusive. And we are and the abuse they sustained is equal to $180 that they fucking owed from living here. Like that, isn't that abuse? You know what I mean? Like isn't that like the epitome of abuse? To know our situation, we had our electricity cut off, and now you telling me like y'all not even gonna put money in the fucking into the rent? Exactly. Who had cold showers? Who had their hustle cut off because of the internet? Who was abandoned? Like, you know what I mean? Like that, yo. And doesn't that fuck you up too? No, these aren't even white people. That's the fucked up thing. These are non-black people of color who think that like oppression cannot be like perpetuated through fucking anti-blackness and also fucking blatant ass fucking trans misogyny and also fucking racial hierarchies in the space. Because at one point I remember like there were like two people visiting in the space and one or rather one person visiting in the space and one person staying in the space who was just staying for a month. And there were like three people who were Arab, and then there were like two people who were Pacific Islanders, who was Quasi and Giselle, and they were like all like clicking up together and talking about like their own like personal cultures. But it's like when I would come home, like they dead ass would like dead me. It wouldn't even be like they were having conversations that were like exclusive to their space. It would be like I would just come home and they would be smoking and I'd be like, hey, what's up? And everybody would just dead me. Like no one would even say what up. And I was like, okay. So then I would just like be isolated in my room. And then when Jody came home, that's when I was like, damn, like that sucks, because like me and Jody started hanging out hella fucking hard. It's not reverse racism. It's just like fucking it's perpetuating supremacy, perpetuating colorism, perpetuating oppressive ass behavior and anti-blackness. You know what I mean? Well, no, like one of them is a white passing person who is like has like mad princess mentality and like mad fucking like I said, like they never chipped in with weed. And then I remember one time they were like laughing about how like there's so much stuff in the bathroom that they didn't pay for and za. But I was like, but bitch, like I paid for some of that stuff. Like why are you using all that stuff? Like why aren't you buying stuff in the bathroom? Like what the fuck? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Tony 326. Like they really like on some level they feel like we're abusing them. So then it got to a point where like now keep in mind there are two people um yes, Nikki 095. Yes, for real. This is the truth motherfucking story. This shit is still playing out right now. So keep in mind there are two people that are not here that like live here. This is their house. They like have rooms here. And Miriam was one of those people. However, while this is going on, like they're kind of like they're trimming on a farm in fucking California and have seemingly no cell service. So when we start posting, or rather when me and Jody start posting on the internet about this shit that's happening, the abuse we're sustaining and not being silent about it, that's when we get a call from them. And it's interesting because they've been out of communication for like weeks now, and like all of a sudden they're in a hotel room smoking hella weed, just chilling. And I was like, damn. We're like, okay, and like keep in mind, we just got our electricity just turned back on. Like just turned back on. Um and like we're telling them the situation, and it just seems like the whole time they're just like not really like giving a fuck. It would just like seem like kind of like aloof almost, and just like kind of like the way I was telling it perhaps was like very like animated, but I was just like very upset, and like I just like wanted to like come across as like just very like much like collected, but I wasn't as collected as I am now about the story, and even this isn't as collected because I'm still jumping around, but at the same time it's like all relevant. But I guess like that's also some shaming shit. Like why do I have to like talk in any certain way to like get a point to get the point across that I was abused and these people are fucked up? Well, no, trimming does pay very well, to be honest, and they were gone for like 2 months. And no, the thing is, the two people that were in the hotel didn't know anything about like the rent or anything like that. Plus, like we were subletting, so like really we weren't even supposed to be here. However, once me and Jody told them that story, they started acting brand new. They started acting like, oh well, why is Tatiana still there? Like they said they were just subletting for a month. And it was like, oh, well, if that's the case, then send some fucking rent money then. You feel me? Because, like, right now, I'm, like, shouldering most of the money that Giselle and Quasi said that they're not going to fucking put in. And Miriam put in $200 fucking dollars. Like, that fucking means something. And it's just, like, annoying as fuck. Because it's, like, Miriam knew before Miriam left the house officially, that Quasi and Giselle weren't planning on paying money. And they were just walking in and out of this house, like, taking all their shit. And I'm like, damn, I wish I would have known that. Because I would have fucking robbed their ass. I would have fucking took some of their stuff and pawned that shit. Because, like, I'm mad as fuck. That's what I'm saying. Of course, the black person gets called abusive for just talking. That's what I'm saying, Sinead Day. Say that fucking shit. Yes. So silencing. So silencing to say that like someone is abusing you, and that like it's so silencing to be told that you're an abuser because you spoke, because you said no. Like, this is not how I want to have a relationship with you. This is not the kind of friendship that I am subscribing to. This is not the kind of home life I am subscribing to. When I resisted is when I became an abuser, and that's very divisive, and an appropriation of language, and that's what fucks me up. They are spoiled as fuck. They are spoiled. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what, and me and Jody were talking about that. How like how this shit, how this oppression is like one of those things that can lead you to like the prison industrial. They were saying how this is like a prelude to like the prison industrial complex, in terms of like all of these aggressions happening to you as being a brown bodied person, and then getting so upset that you want to like fight this person, like that you want to attack. And that happened tonight. Like tonight, like they came to go get Miriam's bed, and I knew Miriam wasn't by themselves, and I knew Jeezy was gonna be out there. And I'm like, bitch, how dare you come into this house when you fucking over here taking, when you basically stealing from me. You basically stole from me when you said you weren't gonna pay the rent that you owed. That's stealing. You stole money from me. You stole money out my pocket. So I was like, yo, like, I was like, Miriam, how can you still chill with somebody who was like not even giving a fuck that this house didn't have electricity? And Miriam didn't have shit to say. This bitch just got mad quiet. Yes, a black person having boundaries is abusive. Yes. Up twinkle. Up twinkle. I'm dead. Nikki, you're mad funny. Yo, they're not gonna see the stream because they're whack dry pussy toast. Like, they're whack bitches, okay? Melba toast. Like, fuck them. Ooh. I hope Jody didn't eat my sunflower seed kernels. I wish I would have bought some fucking snacks tonight. Like, that really was a big misstep on my part. Actually, I might go get myself a cheeseburger. Anyways, I'm gonna pause real quick. Victoria do be speaking that real. Exactly. It is enough to make you want to hit somebody. So, yo, I, like, seen them outside, and I started bugging. I was like, yo. I was like, Miriam, how you chilling with somebody that didn't even give a fuck if the house was, like, dead ass without electricity? I'm like, how you still fucking with somebody, like, that basic? And they didn't have shit to say. And Miriam and, like, Giselle just standing there looking hella basic and shit. Yo, I was like, yo, you look so dumb. I was like, bruh. I was like, you know this bed gonna fall right off your little ass car, right? I wish I would have had a pocket knife to cut off the rope and shit. I wish I would have fucked up the rope, but I didn't want them outside no more. So, like, honestly, like, I didn't do no stupid shit. I wanted them to leave, but the fact that Giselle came into this house and disrespected me fucked me up. So then, like, I'm recording the story, so just go into the videos and you can watch it and you can keep up. Oh, Dora, you are so sweet. I appreciate you. Anime, I feel you, bitch. I'm hungry as hell too. But fucking, so look, so I'm outside in the street this evening, just being like, yo, I was like, Jeezy, you're so lucky that you know where the fuck I live, because if you didn't, I would have fucked your ass up. I was like, yo, you deserve to catch the biggest fade right now, yo. I was like, yo, for real. And then I got the fucking bike lock stolen. Indy, if you see this, my bad. I'm gonna get a new one. But, like, I fucking dead ass, like, I was bugging so hard. I just dropped the bike lock, like, dramatic effect. You feel me? Like, I was like, what the setup? But, like, really, like, I knew I wasn't gonna, like, beat this bitch's ass. Like, it's not even that serious. And honestly, I don't like putting violence into brown folks' bodies. However, them niggas was acting mighty white to me. Like, them niggas was acting hella motherfucking, like, basic privileged turkey bitch. And, like, I'm just mad about it. But anyways, fucking explain to me why, like, we tell the other two people that, like, live here, and they over here trying to still keep a relationship with Miriam, trying to act like Miriam gonna move back in the house and shit when I dip, as if, like, me and Jody aren't in solidarity with each other. So it's mad awkward. Exactly. No, we need to do a cleansing in the house. Trust me, like, tomorrow's my day off, bitch. I am cleaning my fucking home. I am cleansing my fucking space, and I will find my fucking chill. Ashe. Okay? Ashe. Trust me, I'm burning some sage. I'm gonna burn whatever the fuck I can find. We gonna get that shit. Yeah, the Mercury retrograde is so real. You are not lying. It's just been a whole situation. But basically, I'm not gonna blame the Mercury retrograde for this, because this is some basic bitch shit. But yeah. So, anyways, I'm, like, bugging. Tony325, you're mad funny. I'm Diddy blaming November. Y'all are funny as hell. But yeah, so then, like, so the other two people in the house are, like, really trying to, like, bring Miriam back into this house, like, when I leave, and I'm just like, but bitch, like, what the fuck? So I'm just, like, not really sure what's going on, and, like, me and Jody are kind of low-key bugging, because we really expected support from, like, the two people, and it just seems like they're really just more so concerned about, like, how everybody's feeling, when it's, like, no shade, like, I realize that it's an awkward position to be in when, like, your friends don't fuck with your other friend, but when your other friend is, like, low-key, like, perpetuating, like, racist-ass fucking activities and, like, just being privileged as fuck in the space and just, like, abandoning people, it's, like, no shade, like, we don't have no contracts, we're all living in this house because we want to. It's like we can't just move the fuck out. Did you not hear me? There's two other people that live here. Like we said that we would live here and occupy the space. The last thing that I need to do is like move out of here, like before anybody gets back. Like that would be fucking shady, and that's not who I am. I said I was gonna live here, so I'm gonna live here. And the thing is, we're gonna cleanse it and we're gonna make it a better space than what it was. But it's not the house though. That's the thing. It's not the fucking house. Like we can't be blaming like these physical fucking buildings. You could add me on Facebook, sure. You can't be blaming a building for like the way that motherfuckers treat each other. Like this is just like blatant ass oppression, y'all. Oppression is confusing. That's what it is. It's not like an easy fix where me and Jody move out and like the situation is over. It's like there needs to be a conversation. People need to be held accountable. And I feel like that's the other part to it is the fact that like I'm not going to stop calling Giselle, Quasi, and Miriam out because like that's like really fucked up for them to like have done all of these things and to have like people in their life really still fucks with them and like really not like be real about what's going on is like triggering as fuck to me and like really hurts my feelings and I like don't enjoy being hurt and I don't think anybody does and my reaction to being hurt is fighting back and I'll fight back in any way that I can. So I'm fighting back in all types of ways. I'm making these videos. I definitely wrote shit on Facebook and I definitely have contacted people and was talking about the situation with them to kind of get their kind of to get solidarity from them and also to have them help me call these people out because it's really that serious and like I just really don't have time. I'm dead, Tony 325. You're mad funny. It's just Tatiana. It's just Marf. It's like backslash Marshmallow. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, love, word. I feel you. But yeah, but I like me, like right now it's me, Haley, and Jody, and like I really appreciate them. Like they're all like the thing, like what I appreciate about the house now is that like we had a conversation about intentions and like things that we need from the space, and like tomorrow we're having a meeting. We're also doing a zine project, which is really exciting. But like I feel like the house is like finally doing some real shit, you know? Like yeah, we drink, yeah, we party, but like we also have intentional space like to do really bomb stuff. Exactly. Anime DZB girl. Exactly. Calling people out is not easy and that's what sucks. It's like I called them out several times and then like I just started talking loudly about like what was happening in the other room because I was just like they were obviously like not into like talking. Like they were obviously into like hiding out in like Miriam's room. So I was just like whatever, like fuck this. I was like this is whack. And I was just talking about how niggas don't care. Like niggas don't care about other niggas in the space. Like niggas are fucking poor out here. Can't even like honestly like when our electricity got caught, like we were all like broke as fuck. So we were just bugging like we don't even have food. Like we don't even have fucking food, and we don't even have electricity either. You know, we like bought hella ramen noodles and like some bread and some butter, and we were eating like bread and butter and ramen noodles. And then we found some pancake mix, and then we made some good ass pancakes with no syrup, just mad butter and mad vanilla and mad sugar. So they were like really good. Um, I don't know. It was just like a lot. Like we were like struggling. You know, we're still struggling in ways, but like we're getting back together because we're some bosses. You know what I mean? But the thing is, like, it's not some intrinsic shit. But I think that there's also a little bit of truth to like knowing that like we have survived other things and having that like fight or rather that know-how and resource to like keep gone surviving. Like we're not ready to die and we're not ready to just let shit go. Like honestly, like the house could have gone left, because like people were just dipping. What if we had decided to dip as hard as they dipped? What would this house be right now? It was just really sad, waking up in the morning for work and can't even take a hot shower, like not wanting to shower, in general. Like we had like this there's like this heater in like our bathroom that was like really warm, like, and that's like the only heater in our whole house. So we would just like close the bathroom door and turn on the heater for like 20 minutes, and then we would go in there and just like stand around and like use the bathroom and like just chill in there for a second just to get the heat. It was like really fucked up, y'all. And like I was just like, damn, like how y'all niggas like, and that's why I'm like kind of side eyeing the other two people that were living here because I'm sorry, like can y'all like put yourselves in our positions? Like imagine being the two black people in this house, which you are two black people, and having other people like really disregard your existence and really act like you're a fucking ghost. And that's why me and Jody were laughing earlier about Josiah, the African American joke, the African American ghost. Well, yeah, no, that's oh, that's awesome, King Caesar Star. Exactly. Exactly. I don't know. I'm just like really fucking excited. 2325, you're mad funny. I'm just really excited about what the space is trying to be now. You know, we're on that Black Coven shit, like, you know, and we're certainly like going to, you know, figure our shit out and like hopefully like I don't know, it's not hopefully like we will be figuring our shit out and like doing our zine and like I'm really excited about our zine. Like we're just like three like fucking fierce black people just fucking doing our fucking thing and like it's just bomb. And I'm just excited. Like I think it's gonna be really fucking bomb. But also I'm like I'm just I don't know. I'm just like really sad about the situation because, like, as I told y'all in the beginning of the story, like, I fucking drove from like Colorado with these people to like, you know, New Orleans and like wanted to embark on like a really exciting life. And then Quasi really tried to tell me that fucking if we would have squatted, we would still be friends. And I'm like, nah, not at all, not at all. Anime ZB girl, yeah, they don't expect black people to have more feelings than them, and I think that's what it is too. Everybody was easy breezy, and like we were really feeling a lot of like fucked up things in the house, and like when we would articulate them, it was just like what. And by black coven, we're just saying like we're black witches, like we're three black witches in a house, like living together, practicing witchcraft, voodoo, all things of very spiritual high places, and I'm really excited about it because working in the shop like oh so many good books like that I've been reading you know whenever like I'm walking around the shop and like maybe I catch like a minute I can just like thumb through a book and like oh there's like one book in the shop that's like talks about like tarot card reversals but it also talks about like you know cards together and like the influences of them and I'm really excited to read it because like literature is always appreciated but it's like really hard for me to like really like it's kind of like frustrating to like pick a book and buy it, you know. It's like kind of frustrating for me because it's like do I really care about this book but like when I thumbed through it I knew I cared about it and I wanted it but like the idea of like going to a bookstore and looking through a bunch of books is like very daunting to me. It's like I appreciate being around a bunch of books. um oh that's weird. um but yeah, so I don't know, like I just wanted to like talk and like let this shit out. Um, oh Javier, that's really cool. But I just wanted to take this space to just talk about that and just like call people out because like I just feel like I was being shaded in like so many fucked up ways. Um, and like I just like felt so silenced like and I really haven't been around that often and it really sucks because like I love talking to y'all like y'all are really cool and like hilarious as always. But like it just sucks because like I feel like sometimes like I just lose that sense of community like and I just like kind of like recluse and like that sucks like to feel like the people that are online that like I've made community with like I can't like I kind of cut myself off from like that because like I feel like I'm asking for like recognition or visibility and I feel like that's also like some like anti-blackness like fucking shit, you know what I mean? Like me feeling like I have to be like okay or like I have to feel like I had know it all but I don't and like that's okay. But it's just like fucking me up because I'm just like god damn like damn niggas I like was outside just cussing them out like how the fuck do you like really like why did you say you would pay rent like why did you ever tell us that you were gonna give us money and shit because you like and I feel like they lied. I feel like the reason why they said that they were gonna pay rent was so that we wouldn't pop off because we would have fucking popped ah! Yo! Ooh, ooh, ooh. Bitch, I was gonna pop off. Mm. Loved one, 107, don't think like that, man. People listen to me, man. I was talking about all types of wild shit. Yeah, dude, so much was going on, dude. Like, just fucking crying, dude. I was like listening to Mary J. Blige. That's how you know it's bad. I was listening to Mary J. Blige hard as fuck. Mm. It's true. It's true, anime ZB girl. I think sometimes people think that people's life is easy breezy, you feel me? But it's really not. Like, my life is real as fuck, just like everybody else's. But I'm not gonna sit up here and act like everything's peachy keen. But I kind of don't want to come at the apex of the drama, you feel me? Like, I feel like shit is like kind of like de-escalating in a way. But like, they gotta come and get the other part of that bed, and I know that they trying to come back in here, and like that's not gonna happen. Like, I'm only gonna let one of them niggas in. Oh, thank you, me and Jody self care photo shoot. Thank you. We needed that so bad. Like, you don't even like. Oh my god. Like, that was after like Courtney like totally sent us money like to kind of cover like some extra bills, and like that was like really bomb. And like that was kind of like awesome. Like, we were like fucking, and we were already on the roof at the healing center. But like this is before I like cried my eyes out to like my friend Samantha, because I was just like we did the photo shoot and I felt so like light, but not really. Like, I felt good to be like with Jody on the roof, and like it felt really nice. I love being like in like very like dangerous places. Like, if that like, I love being on roofs, like, but also caves, and like also like strange places, and like um but I really just like I just really appreciated um all of the shit, you know. Um and it just like really fucking hit me like after, like when we got the money, and then when I was crying to my friend who was just listening to me, just being sweet. I was just like, fuck, you know, like this is my real life. Like, I'm really like, I'm fucking dealing with like poverty on a very serious level, and like I'm also dealing with like scarcity, and I'm dealing with like my own personal trauma. And then like in the middle of it, like my partner was like, I kind of want to break up, like I kind of don't want to be together anymore. And like I kind of felt like everybody that I fucked with was just like pushing me away. And I really hurt myself when I did that shit. When I really like internalized all of these people like taking space from me. Cause it's like I don't give a fuck. Like, I do give a fuck. Like, you know, your presence is missed. Because at one point in time I thought you were someone that I wanted in my life. However, you were making it clear to me that you don't want to be in my life, you know, lets me know that like I gotta take that shit for what the fuck it is. You know, like niggas is explicit these days. Like, if you say you don't want me in your life, or you're doing shit that shows me you don't want me in your life, that's enough for me. I can go away. But it was just like so much. And honestly, I do feel what you were saying, anime, ZB girl, about like how people get to a place, and they act like they act like they have all their shit together, but you know, it's not true. Like, most of the people that you be seeing on the internet is just doing their own shit. You feel me? Like, having their own times. It's funny. Um, but I don't know. Like, everyone I've met from the internet has been like some kind of wild, like in their own way, and I don't mean good all the time. You feel me? I'm not gonna get messy though. You won't catch me. You won't catch me. Okay, I'm trying to be the Oprah of this shit. Okay, I'm trying to be on everybody's motherfucking guest list. Okay, hello, hello. Just kidding. I talk too much shit. I'm too real. Niggas really don't fuck with me no more. It's interesting like how many people on like the internet don't fucks with me, but it's okay because like the cool people fucks with me, and the cool people are the people that fucks with me. So that's what it is. A. Um. Yeah, Queen Rivers. That's Jody. And their pronouns are they. Um. So true. Sometimes you do need to just be there and listen. It's true. And like sometimes you need to talk, you know, yell, scream, rant, cry. You know, a lot of tears today. Like, this lady came into the shop today and was crying to me, and like it was real as fuck. I was like, word, bitch, let's heal each other. Let's talk, you know? Um he's the dove, y'all are funny. Yeah, that's true, Sammy. But I think you know what? I think like we do have good moments. I think that's what the internet captures also. Like our very good moments, our very best moments are like the precursor to a good moment or the aftermath of good moments past. But I think that, like, in utero, like, when everything's happening, like, or rather in motion, like, shit's fucked up. You feel me? You know what I mean? I'm taking, like, cute ass selfies in a cab, but I'm late as fuck for work. You feel me? And, like, very worried about, like, getting to work on time and, like, very much stressing out, but I look fabulous. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, like, that juxtaposition of, like, life and internet life. Oh, child, do you know Gabrielle Sidibe is in fucking New Orleans right now? I'm so mad. They're like at my friend's restaurant. My friend was like, "Yo, Gabrielle Sidibe is like eating at my restaurant." I was so dead. You should make some videos, honestly. As I was saying, like I think like it's like I didn't like set out to like have mad people listen to me, and honestly, I didn't think it was possible. I mean, I thought like I was funny, or I think I am funny. Like I just felt like people are always telling me you could do stand up, so I'm like, or I could make YouTube videos. So I was like, I could just be sitting down and braiding my hair and just talking about things, because like I always like made people laugh, like in like real life, in like my friend circles and like not friend circles. I've always been just like a very silly person, so like I think like being able to make YouTube videos has been a way for me to like just be funny, but also be healing myself, because sometimes I realize I use my comedy to mask my pain, and I realize some of the stories I've told, like in retrospect, like some stories I've talked about with people were like really fucked up, like have really like running themes of like just like blatant ass fucking oppressive ass shit that has happened to me in ways that I've been like abused, and like I like make fun of it, and it's just like damn, but like that really fucking was fucked up. And like this story just like makes me sad, but it also makes me happy to know that those people are no longer in my life. However, like I just was like, whoa, like I still feel fucked up about assuming blame for some of it. For internalizing that. It's just icky. But I'm trying to move past it and not blame myself anymore. Because like honestly, like what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, but like it felt good to kind of like pop off in the middle of the street. Even though I lost my bike lock, nigga. Damn, my black ass would lose my motherfucking bike lock trying to pop off. You see? mm. Nah, this person was a Scorpio bitch. But yeah, Jody's a Sagittarius. But I will say this, Jody is a Sagittarius, and I think people do be dead in Jody for being real. Honestly, like I feel like, or rather, I feel like people be sleeping on like how real like Jody is, because like Jody is mad fucking real, and I think sometimes like Jody's real to a point where like they will be explicit with you. I think people just feel weird about it because it's hard to be explicit these days because of a lot of oppression and just a lot of like just fucked up ass like antagonistic shit happening in our culture and our society at large. So it's like when people have the fucking like you want to say gall, boldness, tenacity, whatever the fuck to like call you out, you're like bitch, do you know we still didn't even order food? Damn it, me and Jody been meaning to order Chinese for fucking 6 hours. I'm sorry. Pause. Just so much shit going on, honestly. But I think that Sagittarius is are Sagittarii are just like cool as people. I think they're real as fuck. I do think they're real as fuck. That's all I'll say. I don't want to go in. Not that I have anything to say negatively towards like Sagittarius people. Mm-hmm. Child, yes, I do. This bitch is not even in the damn show no more. That's so cute. Child, listen, I'm not gonna go in on this show, y'all. I'm fucking low key starving. Like, I've been hungry for hours, and like, I just told y'all this long ass story. This fucking video is an hour, and the other two videos are like fucking 20 minutes. I'm sorry. But I will upload these to YouTube. I thank y'all for listening. Y'all are the shit. And like, I want to talk about like lighter stuff too, but like, I had to just like get this off my chest because like, I don't like there to be a gap in like me on YouTube and not talk about the shit because like, honestly, like I'm on some new shit and I don't want it to appear like I'm going from this to this. Like, I really have come, like, really, like, I've come to a point where, like, I'm really just on point with my shit. And I really want to start really going in and, like, really fucking, like, letting niggas know, like, what the fuck it is. Because, like, I don't have time no more. I'm sick of letting niggas stand on me. I'm sick of people needing stuff from me. And I'm sick of feeling obligated to give to people. I'm sick of, like, feeling, like, obligated to do my best for other people's gain. I'm sick of holding the bag. And that's what the fuck I'm trying to talk about. I'm trying to talk about uplifting, healing, but also spiritual work, okay? But I feel for y'all, I care for y'all, and I appreciate y'all so fucking much. Um Oh, P.S. The people that be in Coven and shit be all over New Orleans. I stay seeing fucking Jessica Lang. Jessica Lang stay walking up and down the street, walking their ugly ass dog, and fucking I seen one of the daughters of Delphine, and I was dead. But I really do like enjoy like watching like people and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna. I love y'all, and this again. This will be on YouTube.